Brian is on camera.
We're only limited by our own fears.
A blue and orange graphic with the word Foresight appears. It includes a faint image of the word vision and the Alpha Point logo.
Cameron is on camera.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Foresight. I'm Cameron Black. Today we have the privilege of speaking with Brian Puderer, who lost his sight early in life, yet continually pushed beyond what others expected of him.
Brian is on camera.
Well, when I was 13 months old, my family noticed that I wasn't focusing like I should on things, and there was a lot of eye movement, and I would really take different positions to see things than normal people would. And so they took me to many different doctors, and they found out I had retinoblastoma, which is tumors of the retina. And in the treatments of those different types of treatments, laser, cryo, radiation, a whole bunch of other things, they managed to kill the tumors, but then they decided to remove both eyes to be safe.
Cameron is on camera.
Growing up, Brian did not have the opportunity to learn many of the skills that would help him build confidence and direction, but it helped shape his deep sense of independence and self-reliance.
Brian is on camera.
I grew up in the country, and there weren't a lot of services where I lived back then, and didn't own a cane or anything until I was ready to go to college. I took a computer class at University of New Orleans in between my junior and senior year of high school, and that's when I got my first cane and my first, if you could call it, mobility training. They told me just tap right and left in front of you as you walk, and if you get to stairs or something, just poke it down, straight down to see how deep the stairs are. And that was my mobility training.
Cameron is on camera.
Without his sight, Brian focused on sound and found success doing something a lot of people didn't think was possible.
Brian is on camera.
When I was in high school, I started DJing school dances and things like that to make extra money. And I kind of just built off of that with people that I met through the industry, and started picking up some light sound gigs for bands and things, real amateur bands, and then kind of developed that into a 20-plus year career in live sound, doing for many different people and different, some local, some professional bands and things like that for 20-plus years.
Brian and Cameron walk through the Alpha Point building, then Brian is working in the plastics department before returning on camera.
Brian came to Alpha Point at a time in his life when he was looking for something more steady than the ups and downs of live sound. What he found here, beyond consistent employment, was a deeper sense of purpose.
It's been great. I've had a lot of opportunity to meet a lot of new people, and I have gotten to job shadow a lot of people that work here now and have worked here until they found another something to do. And that's really rewarding to me, to have someone come in that's never had a job or whatever, and they're nervous and they don't know what to do, they don't know what to think. I mean, the manufacturing floor can be overwhelming to some people because it's noisy, and just that getting to help them and watch them develop into independent working people living on their own in their own place is really great.
Cameron is on camera.
Although Brian worked in the music world for years, he was not creating his own music until recently. Now he is writing songs and collaborating with friends to bring them to life. In fact, the song you hear at the end of Foresight was written by Brian.
Brian is on camera.
I've been in the music industry for years, doing sound for people, but always kind of on the outside. I'm not involved in the music part of it. I come in, set my stuff up, speakers, whatever, microphones and all this, and that's my only interaction with them. I'm not there when they rehearse, so they're not friends. They're just, business acquaintances. So I didn't have anybody I could pitch these songs to and all that or anything. I never even thought about it.
Cameron is on camera.
Brian sees Alpha Point as far more than just a workplace. He considers it an incredibly valuable resource for the community, a place that opens doors and meets people wherever they are on their journey with vision loss.
Brian is on camera.
Alpha Point's like the complete package, because you can have someone that just recently lost their vision. They could come here and get trained. They can get everything they need. Their training for learning Braille. They can learn mobility. They can learn living skills, and they can learn how to get a job, and they can get a job. So it's a complete package, and there's nothing like that I know of.
Cameron is on camera.
Brian believes that, for the BVI community, the biggest challenge lives inside of them, those quiet barriers of self-doubt that keep people from seeing what's really possible.
Brian is on camera.
We can't dwell on what we have had, or could have had, or should have had. We have to look to the future, to what we can get and can have. And there's so many people that are told they can't. There's so many people that have been told that, and they tell themselves they can't. I can't do that. I can't see anymore. I can't do this. I can't. But the only thing that can't is themselves. You have to set your own future, because we're only limited by our own fears.
Alpha Point, shining a light into the dark.
Brian is on camera.
Illuminating a path where many there's no spark. They teach those without sight that life still has vision with or without light.
A blue and orange graphic with the word Foresight appears and includes a faint image of the word vision and the Alpha Point logo.
Cameron is looking at the camera.
If you are experiencing vision loss, or you would like to learn more about Alpha Point, its services, and how you can contribute to those experiencing vision loss, visit alphapointe.org. ALPHAPOINTE.org.